Oh, why would I want to bring you up? Like you are like such a disrespectful person. Matter of fact, where are you? Matter of fact, you're not welcome to ever join my live again. Bye. Hello, everybody. Let's see here. I don't know why, Alfie, you keep on trying to request. I'm not going to bring you up. No, neither one of y'all. Thank you, but no, thank you. See ya when I want to. Because they're all the little kids. Hello, anybody that comes across the tube, just letting y'all know there is a phone number right above me. If you want to call in, by all means, you can call in. I don't care if you're 18, you didn't vote. And I don't have time for your shenanigans, okay? I don't have time for that. I don't. Just saying. I don't care. Back up, Papa. Man, chill. I am chill. What you talking about? I don't look chill to you? Let me see my hair messed up there a little bit. Ah. Oh, that's what it is. My actual ponytail shit. Okay, guys, don't forget, double tap the screen, share the live, all that good. Actually, they are bleached. My daughter's gonna be doing my hair. So I guess Lindsay, I don't know, Lindsay Ray's little friend of y'all. Grizz, you funny. Yes, Grizz, I will. If we can get some food up here. Get a little snack on, okay? Let's get our snack on. All right. I love you guys. Kamala's a woman, so yep, I am right now, Papa. I'll do it right now. Darling. What? What? My husband looked at me, Papa. He looked at me. He looked at me. Everybody double tap the screen. Share the live. Darling, I'll bring you up right now. I'll bring you up in just a second, baby, until we get a damn opposition up here. MAGA and our Trump supporters are welcome to join the live. There is a pink and blue figure at the bottom of your device. Just tap on it once. You don't got to do it twice. I'll bring your happy asset up here if you are willing to have a civil debate and or conversation. Now remember, guys, the only way we can get out to the FYP and get somebody to talk to me, we got to continue to double tap that screen and share the live. Earlier I had several people from the tube come through. That was cool. I would like for them to come back again. Come on through in the tube. Don't forget, guys, my link is in the bio. If y'all want to subscribe to my YT channel, my link is in the bio. Let's see what else. If you want to help, me with this live stream and help it grow, because it will, my link is in the bio. And all of my other what is it called? Social media links are in the bio, and Riot Radio will be up and running very soon. I'm excited about that. Gerald, are you a Trump supporter?
You stupid liberal. I'll just switch my name to Gerald Smith. Bro, you're such a
You're such a
judgmental little
stupid
fatty. Be
little
quiet, fatty. Go eat some
Ow,
bacon.
ow, I'm so hurt. You hurt my feelings
Go
so
feel.
bad. You hurt my feelings so bad. Why don't you go and beat the meat, baby? Okay? So that you can get rid of your zits. Moving forward. Go beat your meat, little Gerald Smithy. Beat the meat. I mean, listen, when you say news come, like, you're not hurting my feelings. When you say scama, like, that shit doesn't hurt my feelings. Like, I mean, we know that it, like, physically hurts you all when we talk shit about your orange Lord and Savior, because that's how duped and brainwashed you are. We know that shit hurts y'all, which is why you're so mad. No, for real, Grizz. I wish I could make that gesture because I would be doing it all the time. And my husband always laughs because I'm always doing it on my videos towards the end. And he's always laughing because, yeah, I do. I flip the bird. I flip the bird when the bird needs flipping. Real quick, guys, let me just set this up real quick. Everybody, double tap the screen, share the live, all that good. Also, please don't be mad at me about the goals that I have set up. Those are TT's goals, not mine, so that I can rank up. If you notice at the top left up here, you'll see where it says League, Popular, Live. I'm a C4 at 80%. I went down. Okay. So those help me. You can send whatever you want. If you see a purple heart in the gift area and it says facts, right, Mike, that is also a community a gift. Just letting y'all know. Hello, Zion. Hello, Diane. How's everybody doing on the tube? Everybody, let's start liking and sharing the lives. Hello. If you don't know and you are new here, I am Riot. I represent Riot Radio because silence is not an option. If we are silent, we are compliant. Not what I'm going to do. Not now. Not ever. So be informed, stay informed. Let's not go misinforming. The more informed we are, the harder it is to be manipulated. What's up, everybody on the tube? I also have a phone number up here for those in the white tube area. You are welcome to call in and we can have a civil debate and or conversation. How about you not supporting him? Well, legendary, this is you're free to do what you will. If you want to come up here and have a debate and or discussion, because most of y'all don't know how to debate, um, you're welcome to do so. Um, Maddie, why do I support him? I do not support him at all. I do not support him, nor will I ever. The only thing I will thank him though for is allowing those to remove their veil and show their true dark colors. Okay. So that way I know who I walk among and who walks amongst me. Um, just saying. Everybody, double tap the screen, share the live, hit the arrow at the bottom right corner, repost it to your followers, copy link, add it to your story. That all counts as a share. Don't forget about the daily heart me, which is really, really important. Everybody on the tube, my link is in the description. If you would like to join my Discord, it is there. My Riot.radio website will be up and running by next month. And if you want to help support the live stream, I have 3 different forms of payment there. I also have the paying it forward to help feed those in need. So if you want to donate to the paying it forward, the link is in the bio and the link is in the description on the YTube. Just as a heads up, I am waiting on MAGA and or Trump supporters to request on up or call in. On the tube, there is a phone number that you guys can call, and I'd be more than happy to have a civil debate and or conversation with you. That is, if you are capable of doing so. If you are not, then just stay in the chat and talk chit. Don't you realize all publicity about Trump supports Trump for or against doesn't matter. I don't. No, Maddie, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. I'm not up here publicizing Trump in a positive way, so I don't see how that would help him in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying. Thank you, Papa, for the club cheers. Let's get it, y'all. Let's keep on tapping and sharing, tapping and sharing, tapping and sharing. So, yeah, I don't think that that's gonna help him when we are up here, basically telling you how much, basically proving you guys wrong. Any Trump supporters that come up here, it just seems like you all don't know what to say anymore. To be honest. Um, Nope, you're not. You're not what, Maddie? You're not supporting Trump. You don't support Trump. Is that what you're saying? Are you a Trump supporter? You're welcome to call in if you want to have a discussion, or if you're too nervous or scared to do so. I can understand. I'm a woman. I know y'all get very intimidated by a woman. Um, but in the meantime, let's go, y'all. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Maybe we'll get somebody to call in from the tube and have a conversation. I say discussion and conversation because 9 times out of 10, you guys don't know how to debate. Every time you want to just like, oh, trust me, bro. It's like a trust me, bro response rather than, hey, I have something to back up. Wrong about what? What am I wrong? What am I wrong about, Maddie? What is it I'm wrong about? I agree, Cross. I'm not disagreeing with that. Are things that I support that I support that the Republicans support, real Republicans, not MAGA. There's things that I don't agree with the Democratic Party. Um, I'm just saying, but I have that right. The thing is that I lean towards more towards my pros lean more towards the Democratic Party than the Republican Party. There are some things that I agree with the Republican Party, and there are things that I disagree with. There are even things I disagree with when it comes to Obama. I mean, no person is perfect, right? No person is perfect. But anyways, we need to continue to double tap the live, share it out. The bad publicity or good publicity supports Trump. How is that supporting Trump? Explain that to me, Maddie. Explain that to me, because I don't know of any funds that are going towards his towards Trump or any of his cronies campaigning. So then what qualifies as supporting Trump? Um, I mean, are you a Trump supporter? Did you vote for Trump? Crass? What I'm talking about is how is my live publicizing him where he's going to benefit from it, Maddie? My live is not my public live in regards to El Trompo is not going to give him any gain of whatsoever, no financial gain or anything. What the hell? If we want change, why don't we want term limits? So, I'm not disagreeing with that. I don't know. I'm not a Trump supporter, Crass. Did you vote for Trump? Exactly, Grizz. I mean, that would be up to you because the question I would ask is you. Nope, I don't support a system that hurts its people. Okay, Maddie, are you in the United States of America? Are you in the US? So you don't support a system that hurts people. Okay. So then you don't vote at all if you're in the United States of America. Is that what you're saying? First, second, or third time? I just I'm talking about current events, y'all. So I really don't give a flying fluck if you voted for him in 2020, if you voted for him in 2016. I don't care. Just saying. I really don't. I'm talking about now. I'm talking about 2024. Okay. Um, that's what I'm talking about. Just saying. Exactly, Papa. So you're not in the United States of America. Okay, so then you have no idea of how our politics are ran. So okay, so you voted him in the last election. I mean, Crass, if you would like to, you're more than welcome to join the live. There's a pink and blue figure at the bottom of your device. You can tap on it once. You don't got to do it twice. I will bring you right on up, and we can have a civil debate and or discussion regarding why you still support the orange foe. In the meantime, everybody double tap the screen, share the live, hit that arrow at the bottom right corner, repost it, copy the link, send it to your friends, family. I don't care. You can copy the link, and that counts as a share. Adding it to your story does count as a share. And don't forget about the Daily Heart Me. Over in the tube, if whoever is coming on through, let's start liking and continue to like, and feel free to comment whatever you like. Um, but it's not the same shit everywhere. Now, is it? Not at all, because we definitely don't align with the same political beliefs as other countries. So, uh, I am not Maddie. I did not say you didn't have a brain. And most humans have the capability of learning. Because I mean, we are here to teach and learn, not crash and burn. Okay. Let me see here. Gonna get a bunch of trolleys. If I'm gonna get a bunch of trolleys, and then I'm gonna say chunk deuces. Oh, here comes Crass. Okay. Crass, if you can please introduce yourself for TikTok purposes. How old are you?
Can you hear me
Crass?
now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm 38,
Mhm.
and my main question was, the main point I was trying to make is that when you say support Trump, I mean voting for somebody once or twice, or like voting for somebody does not render unilateral support for absolutely everything they've ever done, ever will do, things that you discover that they've done. So, like, let's say, for example, that you know, the after the results of the E. Jean Carroll case come out, you can't retroactively say, "Oh, you're a piece of crap because you supported somebody that harmed this lady E. Jean Carroll," when you didn't know that beforehand. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense if there wasn't any allegations that you weren't aware of. Like for instance, do you have children by chance?
Yes.
Okay, so for example, let's say you had a babysitter, right? And you had an emergency, you had to go, you have to call the babysitter. But you found out prior to, you said, I need, hold on though, because I got some news that you have been accused of rape. Would you let that that babysitter take care of your kids?
No.
Kind of same thing then, right? So, I mean,
No.
why would we vote for one then? And it
Well,
wasn't just
because he.
one. So it
Well,
wasn't.
because he.
Go ahead.
Sorry, not trying to interrupt you. I do appreciate you being very civil. Thank you so much. Um, uh, there are some substantial differences that do make it significantly different. So for one being that when you're a celebrity, there are a lot of people that will go after you and make allegations for a cash grab. And this has been proven out, I mean, over history through many, many, many different celebrities. And what's a strong factor in this case is that when you wait 30 years, like let's say that this incident with E. Jean Carroll happened, right? That would be terrible. I'm, of course, never going to be in support of anyone sexually assaulting anyone else or raping them or anything of the sort. No one should be on board with that. But if it happened in the way that E. Jean Carroll has said, event happens. She decides to wait 30 years, and then he goes down the escalator, makes this big announcement, right? That was nationally televised and everyone knew about it. So she gets reminded that, okay, this terrible guy that did this thing, is running for president now. Still doesn't say anything. And then the moment, it was like, the moment he started surging in the polls, she goes, oh, wait, yeah, you're right. Actually, he did do these terrible things to me, and now I want to do something about it. And didn't pursue criminal charges, only pursued civil ones, which are the ones that come with the dollar signs. So it's like, if somebody close to me were to be sexually assaulted by somebody, that's awful, terrible. And the one thing we have to make sure is that that person sees justice. With a civil case, they don't see justice. You just get money from it. So it looks so much like a cash grab that I don't know who would act in this way, if it wasn't a cash grab. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Okay, so let's go to JE's the survivors from Epstein. If they just came out now, are you
Yes.
gonna call them liars?
Well, I think everything needs to be independently verified, or rather, not verified, independently assessed. Because if someone just makes a claim and says, "Hey, you touched me," if there's zero evidence, then I mean, what's do we we can see the problem with that, especially with a very politically charged climate, because there was several Epstein survivors that have said the exact opposite. They said, that Trump absolutely did not touch me or do anything like that.
Maybe that wasn't his cup of tea. But I mean, do you know if the E. Jean Carroll's case was even attempted to try to go to criminal court? Do you know why it wasn't?
So there's a stat. So that's going to be conjecture, but partially because if we're talking about after the 30 years, it's past the statute of limitations. But she had 10 years from the start of the incident to say something to anyone, to law enforcement, to somebody.
You know how many?
So the reason why she wouldn't.
Rape?
Quite a few.
It's very common, actually. Very, very, very common.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I mean, me being one, because I'm a victim of that. I didn't go to the cops. Yeah, I was scared. So again,
what were you scared of?
This is not his first allegation.
Also, let me.
I was afraid of what my family would think, especially my husband. Okay. I don't know what his thoughts would be on.
Okay. Well, first, hold on one second. Let me say I'm very sorry that happened to you. Genuinely, I'm genuinely sorry that happened to you. That's terrible.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But see, let's think about this. It's not just been one. There's been multiple people who have come out and have made these accusations against him. Mm-hmm. So, and statutes of limitation.
Now, do you think?
Reason. But they did find him guilty. Jury of his peers found him guilty based off of the evidence that was provided, which is why he has to pay the $5.3 million to her. It wasn't just because.
Right, but do you know what the verdict actually was? Like, guilty of what?
Penetrating his fingers in her vajayjay. That's all they could get him for, because he didn't want to give his DNA. Do you know how many rape tests are out there that haven't even been tested?
Sorry, rape tests that have been out there.
Yeah, there's rape testing kits.
Rapists, you mean?
Rape testing kits that haven't even.
Oh, rape testing kits. Okay.
That haven't been even been touched. I mean, Manny, I'm not talking.
Sorry, I'm not
about
understanding what you mean by that.
I'm not talking about accusations. You sound. Oh, it's Manny. It's this idiot. Oh my god. Sorry. Hold on, real quick. Let me just block this dude.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah. Bye, bro. Sorry. He's like weird. I don't know, obsessed or something. But yeah, what I'm just saying is what I'm trying to say is
No
there's all
worries.
these rape tests out there, which a lot of women don't feel like they should go through the agony of going to the hospital and getting this rape kit done on them, which takes hours and hours on end. The questioning, it's a lot. And then for that rape test just to sit there and that person who did commit the crime never even gets arrested. There's no justice. So that's another intimidating part of it for women who, are raped. Yeah, Lindsay,
Okay.
being
Can
a
I
woman, I guess
interject for a second?
go ahead. Go ahead.
So on that note, it's like obviously, I don't know it firsthand, and I can identify with how terrible and agonizing that can be and the emotional strain that it could have. But and I can't stress this enough. I'm not trying to be, just calloused or, an asshole about it or anything like that. But if you don't do a rape kit, which would definitively demonstrate that somebody like it would be, the ultimate linchpin in, hey, this guy did it, here's his DNA, it would support that accusation so much that it would go so much further for getting justice. And when you don't do that, and regardless of the reasons, which are valid, I'm saying that they are valid, but regardless of the reasons, can you expect there to be justice if you don't follow through with getting the rape kit done?
No, no, what I'm trying to say is there is thousands and thousands of rape kits that have not been tested at all that are still sitting on the
So
shelf.
okay, so you're saying
Mhm.
are you saying that rape kits that have been performed but they haven't gone through processing?
Correct. So that's real,
Hmm.
intimidating for a woman to say, I'm going to go through all this bullshnizzle to just have another rape test be sitting on the shelf and not ever get tested or ever. And on top of that, the justice behind a rape is, I don't know, what, 2, 3 years? Unless it's a serial rapist and he's gonna get more time, but he still has the
Well, I
chance, or she's in some cases the chance to get out.
sure. We can totally agree on that front. I honestly think that the justice system is completely impotent because we don't there's such drastic differences in sentencing that seems to make no sense. You can have somebody who, uh, they're a serial burglar and they did committed armed robbery and then they get probation, and then you get someone who was, a rapist and they get maybe 1 year, and you're like, none of these sentences seem like they fit the crime whatsoever. I feel like that's a huge problem right now. So I can agree with you on that as well, that if there's a bunch of these tests that are not getting processed, that's a serious fucking problem.
Yeah,
And
it's
we
great.
need to do something about that and address that immediately.
I absolutely agree,
Yeah. So
100%.
I think we agree on quite a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine. My
I just
boys
wanted
love
to.
Um,
you. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
How old are you?
No, I just real quick. I just 62.
Okay.
62. I just wanted to, I was listening to the conversation you guys were having, and I wanted to ask the guy below me, if you were raped, would you tell anybody or go to the cops as a man?
yes.
Oh, you
Yes.
would. You would tell all your friends. You'd have no problem telling them that you was raped.
Whether I have a problem with it or not is irrespective of whether I would do it. I still think it's important to do it.
Yeah. Okay. And
It would suck.
that's what I'm
I think I
trying.
get what you're getting at.
Yeah,
It would
that's
be terrible.
what I was
Yes.
trying to get you. That's what women go through. So, it's not so easy like, I could just go up there and tell everybody they got their family, they don't know how people are going to judge them. And that would happen to you too if you were raped. Your friends would make fun of you or, look what happened to him, so I just wanted to say it's not that
I
easy to do that.
so I Correct. And on that point, I completely agree with you as well. That no, it's not easy. My argument is more so that it's a necessity, that they see that you do your best to make sure that they don't do that to someone else again by trying to do everything in your power to do so.
I agree. And one more thing before I drop.
Yeah, sure.
You could talk about it, but if it actually happens to you, you might think a different way. Okay, I'm going now. I just want to get that out. Thank you for letting me up.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And,
Hey, thanks for your commentary. And also, sorry, go ahead.
I just wanted to tell
I'm very
Lindsay
confused that they were a Trump supporter.
I just wanted to tell Lindsay in the comments, you're a liar. You said that you're barely going through the rape kit right now. So how is your perpetrator how was he sentenced already? You're full of shit, Lindsay. Okay, you're embarrassing yourself. Sound foolish as fuck. Excuse my French. Hey Grizz, come on through. Age, state, who you voted for, all that good shit.
42, Virginia. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to vote. I was hospitalized at the time, but I would have voted for her.
Come on through.
But so I have some questions for the guy below me. Crass?
Sure.
Is that your name? Right. Okay. So first of all, I did want to clarify something as far as like you had said that that Eugene Carroll had 10 years to come out and say whatever she was going to say about Trump and all that. While I understand like the point of what it is that you're trying to say, don't you think that it would be for somebody who maybe is embarrassed of it, maybe is hesitant to say anything because they might think, I don't know, that nobody's going to believe them or whatever the case may be. Don't you think that like it might be a little unnerving that person suddenly is potentially, I don't know, the leader of the free world, and now this person's going to be on their TV screen every day for the next 4 years? I mean, at that point, if you are that disgusted by that person, which rightfully so, right? Don't you think that like that might bring up some feelings and therefore make you decide, hey, you know what? Maybe I should actually do something about this.
Yes, but after the announcement in 2015 that he was going to run, you would think that why didn't she do it then?
Right. So you do know how this all initially started with her suing him, right?
Yes.
So you know that she wrote a book. She talked about him, but did not directly name him, did not even give any sort of descriptors that would have identified him whatsoever. And then he turned around and went, she's talking bad about me. And he tried to sue her. You're aware of that, right?
No, I was not aware of that.
Well, yeah, that's what happened. And then she turned around and was like, well, I mean, if he's out here basically openly admitting the fact that he assaulted me, then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to do what I can to turn around and make sure people are very aware of what's going on. And I'm going to do what I can to say, hey, he openly admitted it, so I'm going to do everything that I can to make his life a living hell. Unfortunately, by that point, that didn't include the possibility of prison time.
Right, because it was a civil case, correct?
Exactly, because it was a civil case, because obviously the statute of limitations, which is the dumbest fucking laws that we have in this country, if I'm being perfectly fucking honest, like those ended up being, that basically stopped him from seeing any sort of prison time whatsoever. Now, I mean, you could get into the 34 felonies and all of that, and the fact that he should be serving prison time for that. But again, as like president of the United States, you're not really supposed to serve prison time, I guess, or some, I don't know. The only jobs you can get as a federal employee in this country with a felony is president and ICE agent, apparently. Can't even get a job at McDonald's with a felony. But I don't think that's necessarily the case, but continue. Oh, it is. It 100% is.
Felony, and I think you serve French fries.
Yeah, there's literally ICE agents that have multiple felonies. Some of those felonies are actually for indecent acts with children. And apparently they're able to get jobs as ICE agents. Many of them actually were January 6ers.
Yep.
And many of them were Proud Boys.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, the leader of the Proud Boys is now an ICE agent. Look at that. The leader of a racist organization that has been deemed a racist organization by several other organizations is a fucking ICE agent.
Yep.
Do you have proof of this?
Only in America,
right?
And only under Trump.
Only.
Okay, so aside from all
you said
that,
a lot of things.
I did. I have one more thing I gotta say, and then I will shut the fuck up for a while. So aside from that, I do have one very
go ahead.
Well, I have one very, very, very what I feel is simple question for you.
Sure.
Do you believe that somebody has to be convicted guilty of P3Dophilia in order to be a P3DO? Or do you believe that if they act and do something that is P3Dophilia-like, they are a P3DO?
I think that if somebody... No, you don't have to be convicted to be one. No. I think that if somebody is acting in that way, we should allocate all of our resources to investigate that as thoroughly as possible to confirm. And then I also think they should get the harshest punishment possible.
Sure. So I agree with you to that extent. So here's where I have an issue with the fact that you ever voted for Trump. Okay. My issue is that back in the 90s, Trump did an interview with Howard Stern. Many people have seen this interview, have heard this interview. Yep. This has been all over the place before he ever became president.
Yes.
Do you recall what they were talking about in that interview?
Yes.
So you're aware that Trump went backstage during a Miss Teen USA pageant while teenagers were undressing, teenagers that he specifically called quote unquote women when they are girls or children. And he went back there and talked about how beautiful they were undressed. And many of these girls, some of them as young as I believe 14 years old, came forward and said, oh my God, like when I was there, I was changing and I saw a man walk in the room and quickly covered myself up. So this man went backstage to see underage girls undressing because he could. His exact words, I can do that kind of thing because I own the place. That man, I don't care what the fuck the Epstein files say, he is a P3DO file, period. I land my plane.
And did you hear you guys?
Did you say I land my plane?
Yeah, he landed his plane.
I like it. Okay, so a lot of stuff to talk about. So, my question about the Howard Stern interview in particular, was it because can we agree on this that in the media, both sides, things get exaggerated?
Okay. I would agree with that. I would say I would say things like, for example, the unaliving of George Floyd, right? The left side of the media talked about how bad the cops are. I agree with them. Don't get me wrong. And then the right side of the media talked about the fact that George Floyd was a criminal, right? They both the facts that lined with their side of things.
Right. So actually, I'm glad you brought that up. So one of the things, because I investigated the George Floyd case, and one of the things that they mentioned was that George Floyd committed an armed robbery, right? Home invasion. And one thing that the right-wingers were doing was saying that, and he held a gun to a pregnant woman's belly, right? Mm-hmm. The thing is, it was unconfirmed. He did the first part. He did do the armed robbery. He was convicted of that. And I also, I'm a little bit hazy on this. I think he also pled guilty to it. But the detail that was not confirmed was that he held a gun to the pregnant woman's belly.
Somebody said it was a pokey thing. But either way, right. Either way, like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like, I do understand that, like, you know, the person who was the victim of that armed robbery, like, there is probably some kind of way that they feel about, you know, potentially walking by murals of George Floyd, right? Like, that's gotta suck. Sure. I'm sorry, but it does, right? So, like, I feel for that individual person. I don't necessarily think that warrants the, you know, the murals being taken down or anything like that. Because obviously, like, he did plead guilty for his, you know, for his crime. He did his time. He did everything that he was supposed to do, right? Sure. And, you know, for that particular case, like, I do think that there is a level of, like, yeah, he did everything he needed to do. You know, as far as anybody knows, he was trying to do better in his life once he was released. And, you know, regardless, even if he did everything that people accused him of, like, as far as, you know, holding a pew-pew to her stomach and all that and whatever, that still isn't grounds for, like, a termination of his life, right? Like, that is still not grounds for the way that the cops handled that situation. And and by the way, Trump also removed any sort of also removed something that will allow him, should he ever get out of prison, Chauvin, to actually become a police officer again, just so you know.
Yeah, so that I wasn't trying to harp on the entire George Floyd case. That's a giant can of worms. The point I was making was that there was a detail about it that is pretty damning, which was that he held a pew-pew to this pregnant woman's belly. But it turns out it was unconfirmed. Doesn't mean it wasn't exactly true, but it was unconfirmed. And so my question is, you know, although Trump owned the place and at a similar time frame there was this pageant going on, have we confirmed that, yes, he was doing that while girls were undressing? You know, because if people will say that, he himself said that he did that, right? He himself, like, admitted to what it was he was doing, and then multiple girls under the age of 18 all came forward and said that's exactly what was going on. Okay. So, I mean, at what point does that confirmation become enough, is my question. Well, it depends on the context. If what you're, so let me put it like this. If what you're saying is true, yes, I would agree with you. So what I'm saying is that there's also a lot of bait and switch that happens with context. You know, so let me ask you this. Do you agree that Trump was saying that there are good people on both sides, referring to the white supremacist group?
I believe that he was saying there are good people on both sides when referring to both sides of the protest that was going on at that time. One side of that protest consisted of primarily Proud Boys. The other side of that protest consisted of primarily of BLM. Yes. So as far as I'm concerned, he was saying that there are good people that are BLM and there are good people that are Proud Boys. And while I do believe that there is the potential that certain people who may be considered good do get brainwashed into certain groups, for example, MAGA, you know, I do think that there is a certain level of, like, you know, once you get into that and you get to a point where you're out there doing things that are harming people, you're no longer a good person.
Sure, it's a cult. Yeah.
Right. Well, that's where he drove the car into the crowd, unaliving that one woman.
So hold on a second. So there were in fact white supremacists at that event.
Absolutely.
And one quote that a lot of people put out there is they say, you know, that Trump said there were good people on both sides. Right? But they cut off a very important part that he said, which was the very next sentence, which was, I'm not talking about the white supremacists at all. Those are not good people. But a lot of media conveniently cuts that off.
Sure.
So then, but this happens a lot though, because there's a lot of people that are under the impression that Donald Trump incited violence on January 6th. And so what they'll do is they'll quote this thing. They'll say, hey, go fight, fight like hell. Mm-hmm. Go to the Capitol and have your voices heard. And then they cut it off. And he says, because the very next line that he says, and you can look up the transcript, is in a peaceful and patriotic way. And hopefully we're not arguing that peaceful means not peaceful, because then we can just take anyone's speech and say, oh, well, this meant literally the exact opposite.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean?
I understand what you're saying. Here's my problem with what you're saying is Trump often does things, and I have plenty of proof of this. Trump often does things where he'll say something and then he will turn around and he'll say something else to cover his own ass. Yep. Right? For example, one of the things that he did was shortly before Biden took office, he turned around and he told people in South America to come to the U.S. So he purposely was trying to create a crisis at the border so that the next time he ran for president, he could turn around and be like, oh, we have this crisis at the border I need to fix, right? Yep. So he was telling people, hey, get your asses over here, so he could turn around and be like, haha, just kidding, don't do it. Exactly. And then the other thing that I would say is, do you remember when COVID was happening, and he specifically, and I am only saying these words because I am directly quoting him, I think this is fucking stupid and he should have never said it. Do you remember when he called COVID Kung Flu?
Yeah, I do.
Right. So here's my problem with that, right? Is I know what he was fucking doing. He was catering to his fucking audience because he knows that his audience is a bunch of fucking racist pricks.
So my question to you, if it originated in China from the Wuhan lab of virology
it's not if, dude.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Regardless. Okay, we know it originated from China. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the in the totem pole of like priorities, is it more important to address what's going on or to talk nicely about where this giant pandemic originated from?
It is important to talk about what's going on, but what it's also important to do is to not create unfounded fear of like xenophobic ideals.
Okay.
Like turning around and blaming like every Chinese person for COVID is absolutely insane.
Who did that?
Right? Would you agree with that?
Yes, but I don't think anyone's doing that.
Right, but calling it Kung Flu is essentially doing the same thing. It's essentially turning around and making it a racist issue, right? So it would be the same thing if somebody turned around and was like, oh, the first person that got diagnosed with like, I don't know, fucking Ebola was from Africa, right? So like, I'm just going to name it like the Black Plague. Ha ha ha.
Right.
Like, there's already that.
It's
you
fucking
come
stupid,
up with a different
right?
name.
Okay, Black Plague Part 2. Shut the fuck up. You get the point. Like,
yeah,
it's
okay. So look. Okay, so listen. On this front, I'm going to agree with you. You know, is he a nice guy? No, no, not at all. And
is he what? I'm sorry.
I care.
He said, "Is he a nice guy?"
Sorry, I said, "Is he a nice guy?" And the answer is no. And no, anybody who has a brain in their skull should say no, he's not a nice guy. You know, like and nice in the way of polite. No, not at all. So, but you know, if it originated in China, you know,
it did originate in China.
Fine. I don't want to argue every single little point.
Okay, well, I mean, just say.
Hold on, C-SPAN. I got to introduce you because they.
Fine. It originated in China.
Just let him get to the point.
So, I again on the priority list, I care far less about some mean offhand comments than I do about handling this pandemic, which I also don't think that he did particularly well.
And right, and I understand that, right? But the thing is that calling.
Can I ask a question?
Hold on, real quick, C-SPAN. Hold on.
Question for me?
Let me let Grizz.
Yeah. Go ahead, Grizz.
Let me let Grizz, and then I'll introduce you, and I got you, C-SPAN. Go ahead, Grizz.
I'm just saying, like calling it that is really not much different than like turning around and using like a slur and then throwing plague at the end of it, or throwing flu at the end of it, or anything like that. That's the problem, right? The problem is that it doesn't have to do with like saying, oh, this virus originated in China. It has to do with, oh, this virus is from these dirty Chinese people, right? Like, there's a difference in what you're seeing there.
Sure. I don't think that
is the fact that he's giving carte blanche to his followers to say Chinese people are dirty, right? Like,
okay. Do you think that Do you think that people have agency though?
I don't think he does.
Sure, but I also think people can easily be convicted. Can easily be
convinced.
Hold on, let me tell Grizz.
Or coerced.
One bar love. You might need to move to an area because you're coming in and out, and I do want people to hear you. Let me introduce C-SPAN real quick, guys, then we will continue conversation. And then we have a new, we have HJ up there. But C-SPAN, go ahead and introduce yourself, age, state, and who you voted for. All that good.
44 from PA, and I voted for Trump.
Gotcha. And what is it? HJ. You know what, Papa? When you're up here, you don't have to tap. You know that, right? Just letting you know. Your poor little fingers. I love you. I should have told you that shit a long time ago. Sorry, Papa.
It's okay. I just do it for something to do.
I love you.
Okay, what was the what was the question?
Like I said, I've done it in YouTube before.
Well, I wanted to push back against crass business or what. I can't see the last part of it.
Yeah, crass businessman. Yes, sir. What's up?
Like it's very evident that it came from China. There's nothing wrong with that. Trump did not say Kung flu. He didn't say any of those terms. And
he absolutely did.
But I also agree with.
I heard it too.
Hold on.
What Grizz was saying, that he said that, or maybe it wasn't him, but like, do people have? What did you say? Oh, that was you that asked that question. Do people have? What was it?
Agency.
Agency. Yeah. Obviously not. They don't. Or else, why would there be such a bipartisan problem in America? Like our problems are the same, and we just think of them differently. That is not of agency. Would you agree with that?
I think that people have the ability to make their own choices. People are also, but at the same time, people are heavily influenced by the party in which they identify the most.
And would you say that that is agency or not?
I think that's agency still, because people have the ability to get out of it.
So
just not
if you're
likely.
influenced, it's not like your father influencing you or your mother influencing you. It's an outside source influencing you. I would say that's less than agent in that. Okay. I just don't agree with that. I really don't. I think people are really, and I think it does have to do with family in some respect, but I think people really do not think for themselves.
Okay, well then, if that's how we're framing it, yes. I think that a lot of people have the problem of not thinking and also not thinking for themselves.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. I actually agree Actually, I'm an agnostic theist, and I do not believe in free will. I believe that everything that you witness and experience throughout your life determines the decisions that you're going to make. And there's no way to like get around that. Like, you may think you're changing your mind, but in actuality, the things that you have brought into your life, like prior to that moment, is what is actually changing your mind.
Well, that's some Sam Harris stuff that is too scary for me to want to investigate. I think it's true, but it really bothers me. So admittedly, that's one of the things that I avoid. So, because that just made way too much sense, and I like having.
But I do want
to
say push back on something C-SPAN said. Trump absolutely said Kung flu. Like, let's not mince words here. Like 120% that happened at a rally. Yes, at a rally, he 120% said that. As a matter of fact, his entire support. Yes. When he, or I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if
I get it.
No, I don't know.
I get it then, but I don't get it as president.
Running for president. In terms, so the one he lost.
Hey, Grace, you're cutting out, buddy.
Say that again.
It was when he was running for a second. It was when he was running for us. Can you hear me now?
Second term.
Am I good?
Yeah. I could come through. Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that as president, but I definitely say it running for president after Biden for sure.
Well, no,
anything goes after that administration. Gosh,
I'm saying that he said it when he was running against Biden.
I really think that Biden himself ruined the Democratic Party. Like, we really used to have like good ideas on both sides, and like it wasn't that far off. It was just different ideas. And I think that Biden really, really separated that because of his incontinence. I mean, and incoherence.
Probably you got a president who can't
but I really think that I don't know. I mean, I guarantee that guy shit himself like 4 times a day.
Did you say inconsequence?
I can probably guarantee.
Are you kidding me? Trump literally office.
Nah.
Trump wears diapers, for God's sake. He just sits wherever he wants to.
Biden probably had a fucking. He probably had instead of like when you hit the trap door, you press the button, hit the trap door, and somebody falls into it. He hit the trap door, his diaper falls into it. That's how I think.
Yeah, and Trump goes to these meetings.
He was the worst.
It's like
all the way around the world.
Okay,
so literally like
I'd like to.
That's just
are you just trolling?
Can we bring it back to?
I don't even like.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, all of what I just said was trolling, but yeah, I do have.
Can you say a little bit? Okay.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
I just don't like that guy.
Like you couldn't even say. You couldn't even say incompetence. Like I don't.
No, incontinence. Yeah, it's different.
No, incontinence is
incontinence.
Yeah. And not whatever word you think you said.
Urinary incontinence?
Yeah, the fecal incontinence. The fecal incontinence that Trump had twice in the Oval Office.
We'll take
the fecal incontinence that Trump had twice in the fucking Oval Office.
Yeah.
Take urinary incontinence for 500.
So can we?
Everybody, real quick, let me give a quick.
I know.
So I like to.
The screen, share the live.
I want to put it maybe it's
corner. Repost it. Copy the link that counts as a share. Adding it to your story counts as a share. Don't forget about the daily heart me, guys. Also, don't forget about team gifts if you want to send any. Also, in that pink present, if y'all see Riot Mike and it says it's purple heart, it says facts. That is also a team present. Just want to let y'all know. Don't forget about my link. It is in the bio if you want to support this live stream. And because it will get bigger, I promise you that. I am Riot. If you're new here, I represent Riot Radio because silence is not an option. If we're silent, we are complicit. compliant, and that's not what I'm going to do. Not now, not ever. Let's be informed, stay informed, and not go misinforming. The more informed we are, the harder it is to manipulate. Just letting you know. So, I just want to know. So, Chris, let me ask you a question real quick. Why is it that you still support Trump?
Yes.
What do you think that he's doing for all Americans positively?
Well, so again, the broadness of do you support Trump? Well, not on absolutely everything, not even on
support
most things. There's particular things. So, I think that the focusing on mass deportations is a very important subject.
Did he just say that? Okay,
so that's one thing that I said.
Lavos, my brother. I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt y'all. I saw Lavos, my beautiful, sweet friend. Hi, Lavos, I love you.
Okay.
What about immigration? Is he doing so great? Because all I see is bodies getting shoved into detention centers, and there's not a mass deportation going on here. I mean, there is.
Well, yeah, it's stagnated quite a bit, and there's been a lot of friction on that side. But are you familiar with the worst of the worst list?
Yeah, the worst of the worst. Yeah, but I'm going to tell you right now that we only have less than 1% of the worst that are currently being held in detention centers. That is a fact. Over 70%.
What do you mean?
Okay, so over 70% of the people that are currently being detained, they have no criminal history, not even a ticket. Less than 1% of those that are being held in detention centers now have committed a heinous crime, like red rum, rape, heinous crime. Lavos, thank you for the hand, friends, and the donuts and the Go Populars. I love you.
Hey, Chris.
So
let me ask you a really quick
the
question.
worst of the worst.
Who do you think is deported the most? Sorry.
I know that. No, it's okay, Riz. I just want to say, so the worst of the worst, right?
Yeah.
It's less than 1%. So why do we have so many people that are innocent and have not committed any crimes in these detention centers?
Well, they did commit a crime. That's the illegal entry.
Okay, so you're talking about 8 USC 1325, but what if they came in here based off of 8 USC 1158? That would just
that's the great thing is that 1325. Well, but see, the thing is that Trump gave an incentive to self-deport, where the flights were paid for free, travel was for free, and you get between $1,000 and $3,000 if you successfully self-deport, as well as a pathway to legal citizenship.
Can you provide me
which has never been done
of some success stories of self-deportations? Because most of these self-deportations are happening within the detention centers, where they are giving them the option to self-deport or stay here until you see a judge. Most people, out of desperation, because it is a horrible place to be in, they're gonna self-deport. Which, if anything, I have found more negative stories that they haven't even gotten the funds that they were promised when they self-deported. So, and the numbers.
So what are you asking me for?
I mean,
success
do
stories?
you think that the money aspect of self-deportation really means anything? I mean, they self-deported.
Yes.
I care about a promise. I do care about that, but I don't really care that much. Honestly,
it does mean
they shouldn't be here.
What in particular? About what in particular?
What?
I mean, the money is...
I'm sorry, I'm not sure who said that. Who said I don't care? What do you mean? Care about what?
I mean, I don't care about the promise as much as the crime.
What crime?
That's what I mean. Coming here illegally.
Okay,
Bingo.
Why are people then being picked? Why were people, which is why the California judge had struck down and said that they can no longer be arresting in courthouses, because they were going to immigration hearings to pick up people who were going to their immigration hearings.
I think that's a great time to take people, but personally, but go ahead.
That is their
What do you
right to
mean,
due
what?
process.
Yeah, their due process was revoked, though.
No, there's no revoking
No.
due process. What the hell?
There was no due process.
How
There
can
was
you
no
say
due
that?
process.
So
Yes.
how are they being deported?
How?
No,
Because
there's
they
no
were
due
here
process?
illegally.
Okay, their process came to a courthouse and it failed in the courthouse and then they were deported immediately. I
No.
think that's great.
No, you're wrong.
That's exactly
First
what
of all,
happened.
no, that's not what happened. These cases were dismissed. You know what that means? That means there wasn't an actual decision made, meaning that those people they picked up from the
Meaning
courthouses
that they are not
no,
here
stop there. Don't
legally.
interrupt me. As long as you're on U.S. soil, you have the right to due process. I don't care if you're undocumented or not. Okay. Bottom line,
That
boom,
is
fuck,
due
bam. I
process.
don't
With
care.
its
No, it
dismiss-
is not. When you
Right,
dismiss
question.
a case, when you dismiss a case, that is not due process. Dismissing a case does not give a final decision that's made by the immigration judge, meaning one, that's not due process. Two, if you deport that person or persons, they are welcome to come back because you dismissed their case. So there is not going to be any trail showing that the immigration judge said they need to be deported. On top of that, they have the right to appeal. I hope you realize that. Real quick,
Not
let
as
me
a criminal.
You have the right to appeal an immigration judge's decision.
Yeah. Well, where
Uh,
are they now?
they're
Also,
stuck in detention centers. And apparently now America's okay with cruel and unusual punishment, right?
Okay,
Because we
excuse
have
me,
the
host.
lights on.
Excuse me, host.
We have the
Excuse me,
lights
host.
on.
Who kept them in
25,
cages? Wasn't that Obama?
20. No, sir. That was your orange Lord and Savior, and you can fact check me on that. It was the Trump administration's first term who abused those quote unquote cages that were meant for children to stay there temporarily while they found their parents, their guardians, or whoever was going to be taking care of them. Okay. Okay, and that was not made for adults and children to be mixed up. That was the Trump's administration who abused those quote unquote cages. And before you start asking me questions, Fishing Creek, go ahead. Freak, go ahead and answer me this. Are you over 18? If so, how old are you? What state are you chiming in from? And who did you vote for? Get it, Lewis. And here, I'll invite you to unmute.
There we go.
How old are you? What state are you chiming in from? And who did you vote for?
51 Florida Trump all day.
And why do you still support Trump? Or what is it that you support?
It's a very simple border control for one, which your prior administration completely failed at. Ask Kamala how the borders are shit went. Ask her that.
Kamala
Secondly,
was not
you
in
are-
charge of the border. So sorry that you've been duped.
Oh, well,
You
let
run the
me
borders,
fucking
Laura.
finish. Shut the fuck up.
Hold on.
Oh, I've
Who
been
the fuck are you
duped?
talking to?
No.
Who are you talking to? Because the only one that's gonna shut the fuck up is you. Excuse my French. I'll make you shut the fuck up, or I can deport you right off my panel with no due process.
Oh,
Is that what you want? And
hey, Grizz, to answer your question real quick, it was Obama.
and
It was
Cheesy in the
Obama, for
comments.
sure.
And Cheesy in the comments, Trump is not the GOAT. Eminem is. Okay, moving forward. So,
Eminem?
What?
Wow,
Oh my
that's
God. That's
probably
funny.
not somebody you want to be the GOAT.
Eminem, the rapper,
He hurt women,
he's
you know?
when, where, how, what women did he hurt? See, you're just talking
He did
shit.
hurt his ex-wife or his
No, he
ex-wife.
did not.
Yeah, he did.
No, he
He
didn't.
did.
He's got
How?
DV cases though.
He has DV cases.
He does though.
He has DV cases. Are you sure
Yeah,
about that?
against Kim. Yeah,
No, he does not.
Yes.
yeah.
No, he does
Pretty
not.
sure.
Yeah, he did.
No, he does not. If anybody
Can-
has DV
I'm sorry.
cases,
Rather
it's
than
him.
just-
GOAT.
Y'all
hold on a
sound
second.
dumb.
Hold
But
on.
anyways, y'all don't know about shit. Don't talk about stuff that you don't know about because you sound stupid. Which is why Eminem freaking thinks that the orange bitch is exactly that. an orange bitch that doesn't know shit.
Do you know what
So
cognitive
Hey,
dissonance?
do
you
you
don't gotta
know
disrespect me.
what?
I didn't disrespect you this entire time.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to C-SPAN.
Oh, okay.
Cognitive
Oh, okay.
dissonance, what you have,
I
sir.
was like, I didn't do
break
anything.
I'll answer that.
somebody's
And you have
moral high ground and they
C-SPAN. Are you drunk?
dealing with it.
Are you drunk, or are you just tired of battling?
Well, why are you?
Because are you just tired of trying to justify your Orange Lord and Savior's actions? You seem very tired, worn out, actually.
Panel is tired.
I mean, I don't understand.
Hey, Riot,
Why
can
are
I
you
s-
muting?
Yes, who wants
can I
to
say
Good
something?
question.
I have to leave.
Yeah, Cross, go ahead.
Can you give me like 20 seconds? So I just want to give a closing statement. So no, I don't unilaterally support Trump. There's a couple of things that he's done that I do support. Like I said, the deportation thing. But I'm an independent, and so I think that we should always analyze everything with as objective as a lens as we possibly can, and determine what truth actually is. If that means fuck Trump, then that means fuck Trump. If that means drown all the politicians, it means drown all the goddamn politicians, whether they got a D next to the name or an R. So unfortunately, I have to go. Thanks so much for having me.
Sure, absolutely.
Take
Thank you
care.
for joining
And I
us.
really
You as
appreciate
well.
the civil discussion you had with me.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much. All right,
You're
take care.
welcome. You too.
Yep.
Now
Bye.
we got, thank you, Grass. Appreciate it. So, Freak, I'm going to go ahead and invite you to unmute, but you're going to be respectful. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. And Grizz, did you want to ask a question to the Jerko above Papa?
Bring it.
Okay, so why do you support Trump?
I told you because of his immigration policies and getting the illegal immigrants the fuck out of this country.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Real quick, before we go on, so I just want to make sure that there's not we're gonna keep it factual here. I don't care if we're talking about a celebrity or we're talking about the Orange Foe himself. Lavos, thank you
Do you
so
want?
much
Do you want to
for
go
the
back prior
for the
administration?
Riot mics. Going back, and you can fact check me. Eminem has no record of any charge or convicted of domestic violence towards Kim Scott. So you can miss me with that bullshit. Moving forward, okay, so you want all of the immigrants to leave? Who did that, Lavos? Thank you for the DJ headphones. So, okay, so
Absolutely, I do. Are you here?
okay.
Hey, try going. Hey, let me riddle you this. You try going to Germany and see if you can just live there.
I'm sorry. Are we Germany?
Can you?
Are we Germany?
No. Can you though? I'm giving you an
Germany?
example. When you come to this country,
Sir, it's a yes or
shut
no.
the fuck up, you dumb.
Are you in Germany? Are we in Germany? Are we talking about?
No, but I
Are we
served
talking
there.
about the politics of Germany? I don't care if you served there. I don't care. We're not in Germany. We're not in Mexico. We're not in Canada. We're not in any other country. We're in the United States of America. So therefore, we're going to stay here and talk about the U.S. motherflipping A, not about immigration policies in other countries. We're going to talk about immigration policies in the USA. Okay? That's pretty simple.
And he's gone.
And he left because he thinks he can talk to me the way he is. Shit, the hell he no. You mess me with that bullshit. Okay? I don't talk to me like that. I'm sure you're used to talking to your botch like that. You're not gonna talk to me like that. Exactly.
Yeah, he come in
Lavos.
fired up. I mean, goddamn.
For real, Papa. He may have left a freaking live that they probably shredded to pieces. It's relevant how the norms of other countries behave. It's not relevant of the norms of other countries and how they behave, not in the United States of America. If anything, the United States of America is supposed to lead by example. Because countries always wanted to be like the United States of America, which is why so many people try to immigrate here. But the way things are going now, it seems as though we are the laughing stock of the entire world.
Yeah, all the immigrants are leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
This ain't what we signed up for.
Exactly, Papa. Yeah, it's a net negative because ain't nobody want to come over here right now with this motherfucker. I don't blame them.
No.
Who wants to immigrate? They'd rather deal with the cartels for right now or hide out or whatever it is that they're doing. Like, did you not hear that lady that came up from Texas? How many times they freaking harassed her poor husband? And I believe it
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's Texas. You just don't
But you
hear.
know,
Go ahead, Papa.
when my grandpa came here, they paid him to stay in Minnesota as an immigrant to farm.
Mhm.
They actually paid him.
Yep, they sure did, Papa. They paid a lot of immigrants to come over
Just
here.
to just to get people up there.
That's right. And now you want to try to kick people out
It's like,
after, like,
yeah.
like what? Make that shit
Huh.
make sense.
Well, I was like, what, fucking Texas paying anything? You couldn't go down there? No, you had to go up to Minnesota.
For real, Papa. I like, and the thing about it is that and you're not going to hear much pushback in Texas because we're such a red ass state. So you're not going to hear all this pushback in Texas like you will
Hello?
in other places.
I have a American citizenship. Does that work too? If I
Okay,
come
are
up
you a
here?
Trump supporter?
Um, I wouldn't say yes, but I wouldn't say no.
Why would you support? First of all, how old are you?
I'm 18, born in 2007.
Okay.
8.
Are
My
you
bad.
in the U.S.?
I used to live there, but I moved out for a year and now I stayed in Greece. I
Stay
was
there.
born in Greece and
You don't
then
want to
moved
come back.
to, well, eventually,
He's
but
not for 2
I got,
years.
Yeah,
um,
eventually after
how
you
can I
have
say this?
office.
So, I was born in Greece and then lived many years in America and then moved back to Greece.
So you moved back to Greece a year ago?
A year and a half, something like that.
Okay, so you were here when Trump became president.
I think so, yeah. Newly present and then I moved out. But it wasn't
Why?
because of Trump or anything, it was because of family stuff. I wasn't
Okay.
deported or anything.
Would you
Okay,
come back now?
if I will come back,
Would you
well,
would you want to be back here?
well, to be honest, I have a pretty good life here. I don't have any financial problems and I love enjoying the nightlife here. I would eventually come back just to run my dad's business again. He's in real estate. And it's better to run a business in America than Greece because America is more capitalist than Greece. But I will eventually come back if I'm older and anything. But I'm kind of enjoying my teen life here.
Would you want to come to the U.S. while Trump is president?
I will mind you. I mean,
As an immigrant, you'd be okay with that?
am I an immigrant? I had an American citizenship.
So you're a U.S. citizen?
I have it. I used to have it. But now I switched to Greek.
So you have a dual citizenship. Is that what you're saying? You're a
Yes.
dual citizen?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The housing market is horrible, Chabela, 100%. The housing market is horrible. I could bring somebody in here that deals with the housing market every day, all day.
Yeah, I totally agree. I inherited houses from my parents. No, grandparents. My bad. My parents inherited houses from my grandparents, and now if you don't have the capital to at least make the bank give you a loan, you will never get a house, and it's only gonna get worse, right? Because the housing market is crashing down. It's the inflation is going up and stuff. So it's kind of like if you're not born rich or don't have the capital, you're done for.
Yep. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
pretty screwed here because of the orange foe.
So could you give me a reason why you don't support Trump?
Because well, one, he doesn't care about those that are lower income, middle class. He started a war when he promised not to start one. He is not mass deporting, but he is mass detaining and having people, immigrants in detention centers, practicing cruel and unusual punishment because, yeah, I have a list. I know, Chavela. Lewis was talking about the list, girl. I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna actually make that an entire a live segment about the list. And y'all will know what I'm talking about. When I have Chavela said I have the list. Lewis did share that with me, so I think it's important that we talk about this. Oh, sorry. She says she has a list of why. Oh, never mind. I do have a list though that Lewis shared with me of ICE. Just saying, this should be interesting. But yeah, I have a list of shit that I don't. It's embarrassing that we have a P3DO in office, 34 count felon in office. Um, we have our grocery prices have gone up significantly. Gas prices are crazy high. Um, I mean, the list goes on and on. The fact that he thinks this is
Well,
a man's world,
Sorry, I had a
well,
passenger.
right?
about the gas thing, that's not only in America, right? So
Oh
that's
no, it's not.
yeah.
So
So
thanks for
um,
that.
not every country is affected though. For example, Libya,
Right, but
right?
many are.
So um,
The Strait of
now
Hormuz
it
has
felt like
like
you gonna you
20%
you
of the
will
world.
you're gonna use the argument as a universal argument, but it doesn't apply to any country because he started the war, which he didn't.
I would say it likely applies to
He was pressed by
most like
Israel.
allies.
I agree.
He was
Agree.
pressed by Israel. Well, you can't blame it for Trump if he was
I sure
pressed by
can
Israel. Why?
because he chose to do this shit. He
Yeah,
pulled
if
out
he
of the
didn't show, he would be gone.
JCPOA. Or do you know what the JCPOA is? Are you aware of that?
No, no.
It's an agreement that Obama had made with Iran. Everything was fine and dandy until the Orange Foe pulled out of the JCPOA in May of 2018. Iran was still holding up their end of the bargain until May of 2019 when they raised their uranium up to 5%. This war has nothing to do with their uranium or any regime change. It has to do with money and oil. And the fact that he's not winning this war and he's not getting what he wants, he's throwing a big ass fit right now. Not to mention that he's screwing with our midterms on top of all that. So that is our democracy as well.
Okay,
Must I go
fair.
on?
No, all good. That's fair. About the deportation, if you were a king and you had land and 30 million uninvited people would come into your land, what would you do?
Who's the king?
You. If you owned a land and
Why
30
would you
million
say
uninvited people,
nobody owns the United States of America? Trump is not a king.
hypothet
Like
he
what?
can choose if he wants to. He
That's a
can
bad.
choose if he wants to deportate people, doesn't
That is
he?
that is
He can
a
choose. It's in
that
his
is
power.
that is a that is a horrible analogy.
No, no, no. But he
Horrible.
can still choose if he wants to deportate people.
No. What he can choose is he can enforce or try to fix the immigration system that we have here, or enforce the immigration law. But he is not a king, young man.
No,
The
you
United
don't get
States
what
of
I'm saying. You don't
America.
get what I'm
Our
saying.
country
You
is
don't get it. You
made
don't get
of
it.
immigrants.
What
Live
I'm
in a
saying.
democracy.
Hold
We
on,
live in
guys.
a
Hold on. Hold on,
democracy.
guys.
It's not a
Guys,
king,
wait.
queen. It's none of
Guys,
that.
wait.
Hey,
Guys,
It
Alex.
has to
let me
be
speak. Let me
a
speak. Let me
process in
speak.
order to make
Guys,
a law.
Alex,
It has
bro.
to go on
Jesus,
Let me speak,
you're
bro.
just
deportation.
Let me
rambling.
speak. All right. You
No,
good.
you already
You good.
spoke. You said, "What if you were a king? We're gonna take
No,
that
you
king
don't
out
get
of
what
your
I'm saying.
mind."
You don't get what I'm saying.
And
He
you're
has to
saying,
control. He
and
has to
how many
control.
millions of people
You're
came
not
over?
in control. You're
But
you're
bro,
you're
he
not
has to.
listening. We live in a democracy. A democracy, he works for the people. The people, which is
Guys,
us. It's
guys.
not he's king, he's the ruler, he's the
All right.
be all end all.
Okay.
No, you're out
All
of
right. Let me rephrase.
you're
Let me rephrase.
very, very, very wrong in that.
Okay. Let me rephrase. He has the power to deportate people, right? Just like he's doing right now with ICE.
Wait,
Oh my
Am I
God.
correct?
It's just deport.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
You don't have to add an extra syllable.
He's currently doing a mass deportation against
Hold on,
Mexicans. Am I
Alex.
right?
You started
Alex, let me.
with you're a king, and if you were a king and millions of people came in, who are these millions of people you're talking about?
Uninvited. Millions of
Uninvited
people.
by
Millions
who?
uninvited people.
Uninvited by
true.
who?
You don't
That's
know
not
them.
true. That is not
It's
true.
not.
Can I?
It's not.
No.
Many people
No.
are
Can I
coming
give you some
illegally
facts,
in
Alex?
America.
No, sir.
Hey, Alex.
Yes,
Alex,
they
can I
are.
give you some facts? So first of all, I want to ask you a really quick question. Out of Obama, Biden, and Trump, who has deported the least amount of people?
Obama.
No,
What the?
Trump.
Guys are not
So
really
Trump has
into that.
actually deported the least amount of people. Okay. And the difference is that when Obama and Biden were doing it, people weren't complaining. You know why?
Go on.
Okay, I'll tell you. So they weren't complaining because the way that Biden and Biden were doing it was called humane.
That part.
They weren't unaliving people on the street because they wanted a better life for them and their children. They weren't putting people in prison that didn't actually do anything wrong. Over 70% of the people that are currently being held to be deported have absolutely zero criminal
And he
history.
ran. And he ran.
Exactly.
God
Grizz.
forbid he fucking hears a male's voice fucking talking to him and he fucking decides to run.
It's so true.
Pussy ass
Grizz.
bitch.
No, for real. Like, if it's a woman, they just like want to ramble over us like all the time. But as soon as the man comes through, can't stand it. And how is this little 18-year-old from Greece gonna tell us the hell? They say you were king. What? See the mindset.
Yeah, he started off with, if you were king, I'm like, wait, what? There's no king. What are you talking about?
Like, have you not seen our protest? No kings.
I do kind of wonder if like Trump just runs around the office listening to the Lion King soundtrack, just can't wait to be king.
Oh shit! And then does his little dance to it.
Sorry.
I just guys. I listen. You know, I always say, they say, oh, Trump, you know, lives rent free in your brain. No, the motherfucker's squatting in my brain. Okay, it's a squatter. Okay,
We wish we could forget him. That's the problem.
I mean, he's living rent free, but he owes me a lot of money. Okay,
shitload. Okay. And at least with Biden, the entire country was sleeping with him. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can actually sleep back then. Now we just have nightmares. Okay.
I miss Sleepy Joe. I miss taking nap with him. I miss.
Listen, I will take fucking Sleepy Joe over shitty Trump any day.
Any day. Any day.
Hell, I'll take Bush.
And I mean literally shitty. Like shitting his pants twice in front of world leaders in the Oval Office. I'm sorry, but one thing that our president should absolutely be required to have is fucking continence. Much less competence. Fuck.
Oh, for real, Grizz. Oh my god.
I was continent.
Like it should be a requirement, no? Like how?
Yes,
like how are we literally the only fucking country leader who shits in front of our fucking supposed allies chilling all in the same room?
Yes.
What?
My aunt.
But this guy has the nuclear codes.
Exactly. And just for the people in the chat, Biden is not my daddy. I have one daddy, and he's at home with my mom taking care of her. That's the only dad I have.
That's right.
Okay.
Listen, just because you fantasize about Trump being your daddy doesn't mean Biden is ours.
That's right.
Let's make it perfectly clear. Just because you all wish that you were cucks for fucking Trump doesn't mean that I get you want your wife to fuck Trump. I get it. I get it. I think it's kind of weird. I wouldn't want the Cheeto dust all over my woman, but hey,
to each their own.
Just
okay. We know y'all some freaks. Okay.
Whatever floats your boat is fine.
Whatever floats your damn boat, for real, mamas. I had my Thea the other day when she was talking to me. She goes, and tell me if I don't understand this. I think, Papa, I told you, because she goes, in Spanish, she goes, I heard that que
Hi.
apesta.
I just want to say Trump's a poopy butt.
Okay, Nick, thank you.
Nigger.
Oh, God. Had to go with that. Oh, little kids, I can't wait for y'all ass to start school again. I'm really sick and tired of your shit. Because, like...
Isn't it past your bedtime?
Yes. I would tell you to touch grass, but it might be nighttime and it's past your curfew. But
tell your mom to swallow next time, okay?
For real.
Jesus.
Or you tell your dad to shot you in the sock, okay? Just saying.
Right.
All right. You guys are here every day to talk about Trump. Obsessed, never anything to do. But okay. So
yes, I am obsessed over the horrible job that our fucking president is doing. Yes, I am obsessed about that.
Exactly.
And I really don't give a shit who the president is. If they're doing a horrible job, it needs to be fucking talked about. Because we cannot have this shit happen again.
We cannot have this ever happen again. We cannot normalize this, and we cannot be desensitized.
I'm sorry that y'all want to put your fucking fingers in your ears and go, la, 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 la.
No, for real.
Like,
straight up.
The fuck?
Yeah, and act like everything's okay. But when you put gas,
I don't
you're like,
know. I don't know, Riot, if it's already made the news, but recently they put tear gas in a car. There was a 6-month-old in it. And a little kid, like a little kid. Yes. I just
in Minnesota. There was a guy who was trying to leave the area where a protest was. He happened to live near there. He was trying to get I believe it was 6 kids in the car, if I'm not mistaken. And ICE decided to throw both tear gas and a flashbang at his car. His car was nowhere near the protest. There was absolutely no reason they should have thrown those things at his car. Yet they did.
Oh my God.
Because they're given military-grade weapons to do a job that doesn't require military-grade weapons. And the 6-month-old actually ended up having to have CPR because of this incident.
It was really bad. Like
and for anybody that doesn't know, CPR only works in like less than 20% of cases.
Yeah, and then
luckily
the car
it worked with this kid.
Bad. The car, looking at the car itself was horrible. So I don't even want to see, because the last image that I saw was of the Juan, because when they pulled him out, and it was freaking dramatizing to see his body go limp like that and just fall out of the car. I couldn't. So when I saw the image of the car, I was like, please do not show like the baby. I can't handle it.
I can't
do it anymore. No.
It's just, it's too much. I mean, I'm telling you, if Americans didn't have anxiety before, or didn't start having anxiety during C-19, they sure as fuck have it now. I'm just saying. Okay, it's. I know I do. Okay.
You know what I love about the fucking cheap seat Trump lovers in the fucking comments is they sit there and they go, Trump's your daddy. Trump's the best president ever. Trump's this, Trump's that. Not a single one of you motherfuckers ever comes up with a single fucking reason why this fucking president is worth a fucking shit. None of you ever fucking come up with one single solitary reason. Why don't you answer the fucking question in the background? Instead of sitting here saying, Trump is your daddy, answer the fucking question so I can fucking shoot you the fuck down like I do every time.
They want to be on their knee, Grizz, and kiss the ring and, do the thing down there. That's what they're doing. Oh, and you're licking boots while you're at it, okay? Jeffrey, come on up. Don't be
I
afraid.
can't answer what. Why I still support Trump? I don't. There's my answer.
Don't, never have, and I
The
never
fuck?
motherfucking will. I snorted. Okay, who is this? Miss Nova baby. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
How old are you?
20.
State are you chiming in from?
Roaches for raid. Sorry.
Texas.
What year were you born?
2009.
He's a lie. 2009. Baby, you need to go see, that's what you should be focused on this summer is your math, because math must be your weakness, okay? Go and do math work, okay? Because your math teacher's not going to like it very much.
Aw, how cute. Guy purposely fucking spelled my name wrong. So sweet. I sound a little butthurt. Yeah, I'm a little butthurt that you guys are fucking racist, homophobic, fucking bigoted pieces of shit that decided that you wanted to vote for a man that aligned with every single one of those fucking beliefs. So yeah, I'm a little butthurt that this fucking country is such a fucking embarrassment to fucking live in.
Straight up. Oh, Jeffrey came up. Hello, Jeffrey.
Damn, Chris, don't hold back. Tell us how you really feel, brother.
Jeffrey accepted the invitation. Jeffrey, are you a Trump supporter? Jeffrey, we're on the panel.
Jeffrey doesn't know how to unmute.
Jeffrey, unmute. Here's an invitation for you to unmute. I'm not going to tell them, Papa, I promise you. Are you going to unmute, Jeffrey?
Earth to Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, you.
Are you just coming up because you want to say you came up?
Jeffrey.
Unmute that little microphone.
Apparently, Jeffrey cannot unmute to, I don't know, actually answer the background question, even though he says that I can't answer it somehow, even though I did. But, that's fine.
You can't either. He knows how to type. You don't know how to talk. Listen, look below your device. There's a little freaking microphone with a line through it.
Yeah, that place where you literally like
right there.
the place type. Just go a little bit to the right.
There you go. There you go. He's there. Jeffrey, are you a Trump supporter? Jeffrey, you're unmuted now. Chris is funny. I can't with him.
Jeffrey, you're unmuted.
Jeffrey,
speak. I'm sorry. Do you have Trump's balls so far down your throat you can't speak? What's going on?
Jeffrey, God damn. Yeah. Come on, Jeff, you can talk. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, brother. I know you can.
We know you can. We know.
I mean, I know that your president doesn't support the First Amendment, but you can speak here. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He just wants to say he came up. Okay, Jeffrey, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have been deported by a Mexican with no due process. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna wrap.
No due process, no word, no nothing.
Words, no nothing. Okay. I wish I could take your ass to freaking the Middle East over there so you can take your boots on the ground, bitch. So, all right, guys. I love you. Thank you, Lewis, for all your support. He was probably gonna slur. He probably was. You can do it,
Probably.
Jeffrey. I appreciate all y'all.
Bye,
I will be on tomorrow.
Bye, Papa.
Bye, Papa. Bye, Grizz. Everybody in the chat.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you guys. Have a good one. Be safe.
Good night.
Good night. Everybody on the tube, I hope y'all gonna have a beautiful evening. This was no